My name is Andre Gorzell. I'm a docent at the Meadows Museum on SMU campus in Dallas, Texas. Today I'm going to be presenting a painting by Joan Miró called Queen Louise of Prussia. As you approach this painting, what do you notice first? Is it the colors? Or perhaps the geometric shapes? What about the use of vertical, horizontal, diagonal, and curvilinear lines? Maybe the figure on the right-hand side of the picture plane captured your attention. Sometimes we know a great deal about a work of art, and sometimes we don't. In this case, the artist left several studies and notes about this painting. Yet there is still much that is left to the imagination of the viewer. Miró's oil painting on canvas, Queen Louise of Prussia, was painted in 1929. Miró, a significant figure in the avant-garde art scene of the early 20th century, was born in Barcelona, Spain in 1893. Although he associated with surrealist writers and artists, Miró did not consider himself strictly so, having worked with those who identified with Fauvism, Cubism, and Dadaism. All of these movements originated in the early part of the 20th century, and each had the goal of revolutionizing modern thought, markedly through the arts. The painting, Queen Louise of Prussia, is one of 4 paintings from Miró's Imaginary Portrait series, and the simple shape, line, and limited color palette belie the artist's formal training. As a seasoned artist impassioned by events, ideas, technological and scientific advances, Miró was moving toward a resolve to, quote, assassinate painting. Miró was inspired by 2 images he discovered in the advertising section of a newspaper. Number 1, an image of a Junkers motor super diesel engine, which served as inspiration for the bell-shaped figure on the bottom part of the picture plane. And 2, an image of a shirt collar from Rodriguez Ferrer Commissaire, which inspired the curvilinear portion of the figure. Several preparatory sketches, notes, and drawings prior to the finished painting demonstrate Miró's process. And although the final work may appear to be simplified lines and shapes, a great deal of preliminary planning is apparent. Upon close inspection, a pencil grid is visible beneath the paint of the finished canvas, indicating Miró's formal training and sophisticated familiarity with proportion. In viewing the finished work, Miró has created definitive parameters signified by bold shapes that diminish the figure. In covering any single portion of the painting, the viewer's perception of space is altered. For example, if the sharp diagonal line, which the bell shape of the figure partially covers, is eliminated, the composition appears flat. Yet, when revealed, there's a sense of depth as the brown geometric shape leads the eye towards the yellow rectangular shape. The orange shape behind the figure may be perceived as a barrier or perhaps an abyss. And for that matter, could the same be said of the yellow rectangular shape? Did Miró design the curvilinear vertical black border on the far left of the picture plane as a simple complementary shape to the curves of the figure? Or did the black shape represent drapery as conventionally presented in classical paintings? The figure presents more questions. Is it a human form? If so, is it male or female? The given title of the painting suggests a female connection, but is this definitive? Miró's understanding of color optics lends vibrancy to the figure through the use of complementary colors, red and green, and the curvy black shapes add suggestion of movement. There's negative space between the graceful black curves atop the bell shape of the bottom figure. What is known for certainty is that the figure is comprised of 2 independent forms which are not human, but rather images from newspaper clippings of an engine and a clothing accessory deliberately chosen by Miró as compositional elements on a painted canvas surface.